Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode where we uncover the hidden treasures that may be sitting quietly in your coin collection. Today, we're diving into top of Australia's most mysterious and fascinating coins. First up, the 1971 Elizabeth II 50-cent coin without a mint mark. What may seem like just another piece of loose change could actually be a small fortune in disguise. Get ready, because you might just discover that you've been holding on to a gold mine. Let's travel back to 1971, a time of great transformation in Australia. The country had recently embraced decimal currency, moving away from pounds, shillings, and pence. The change was fresh, and the Royal Australian Mint was producing new coins to reflect this modern era. One of the most iconic coins from that period is the 50-cent coin, featuring the young Queen Elizabeth II on one side and the Commonwealth coat of arms on the reverse. But here's where it gets truly special. Unlike many other coins from that era, the 1971 50-cent coin had no mint mark. That's right, no indication of where it was minted. While this might seem like a small detail in the world of numismatics or coin collecting, such anomalies can turn ordinary coins into objects of desire. And in the case of this coin, collectors have been on the hunt for the best examples for decades. The 1971 50-cent coin was produced in relatively large numbers. But here's the catch. Very few high-quality examples have survived over the years. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, scratched, or damaged, making pristine examples extremely rare, and rarity equals value. The hunt is now on for those perfect condition coins that escape the wear and tear of everyday use. Now let's talk about the coin's design. Queen Elizabeth II effigy was sculpted by Arnold Machin, a design that reflects grace, youth, and regal presence. On the reverse is a majestic Commonwealth coat of arms, a complex symbol of unity and heritage that spans across every state and territory of Australia. The detail and the balance, the history, it all combines to make this coin not just currency, but a work of art. So, why is the 1971 50-cent coin without a mint mark considered so valuable? Because coin collectors around the globe are always searching for key dates, rare minting quirks, and flawless examples. The 1971 issue, while not the rarest by mintage number, stands out because of its sheer scarcity. In high grades, only a handful have survived in such fine form that they command premium prices at auctions and among collectors. But here's where it gets even more exciting. In recent years, exceptional examples of this coin have sold for eye-watering amounts, depending on the condition. Especially if it's an uncirculated or proof-like condition, the 1971 Elizabeth 50-cent coin can fetch prices as high as $1,500 to even $2,000 or more from dedicated collectors and numismatic dealers. Imagine finding one in your old coin jar or inherited collection, and don't let the absence of a mint mark fool you. It's not a flaw, it's a feature that collectors absolutely love. This subtle detail makes a talking point, a rarity, and a valuable piece of numismatic history. The coin is a perfect storm of design, history, and scarcity, and that's exactly what makes it so collectible. When people think of valuable coins, their minds usually jump to gold or commemorative issues. But sometimes it's the quiet coins like this 1971 50-cent piece, those that flew under the radar for years, that end up being the true treasures. You don't need a gold coin to strike gold. Owning one of these coins isn't just about the money. It's about holding a piece of Australia's cultural and monetary evolution. It's about the story it tells. From Queen Elizabeth's early reign to the pride of a modernizing nation, it's history in your hand, and it's something that only increases in significance as time goes on. And here's some motivation for you. Check your wallets, dig through your drawers, and ask your grandparents about any old coins they might still have. You never know what treasures are hiding in plain sight. That one unassuming 50-cent coin could be your ticket to a collector's dream. If you do find one especially in great condition, make sure to get it evaluated by a reputable coin dealer or submit it for professional grading. That one step could unlock a value you never imagined. Professional grading not only verifies authenticity, but could significantly boost its market price. In the world of coin collecting, it's often the subtle differences that make all the difference. The 1971 no mint mark 50-cent coin proves this beyond a doubt. It shows us that history, craftsmanship, and rarity combine to turn a simple coin into a valuable artifact. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for this coin, whether for its place in Australian numismatic history or its market value, it remains a hot topic in collecting circles, and prices have only been going up. So if you have one of these coins, you're already in possession of something special. If you don't start the hunt, there's nothing more exciting than the thrill of the chase and the joy of discovery. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of your nation's legacy. In conclusion, the 1971 Elizabeth 50-cent coin with no mint mark is absolutely valuable, with top specimens reaching thousands of dollars and interest growing every year. This coin is a perfect example of how history and rarity come together to create lasting value. And remember, every coin tells a story. This one might just tell yours. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, you could be the next person to strike silver and gold. Next up, the 1972 Australian Elizabeth, the second 50-cent coin with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. This coin, which may be sitting unnoticed in an old drawer or inherited coin stash, could one day be worth far more than you ever imagined. Let's take a moment to step back into 1972, a year filled with transition and ambition. In Australia, the nation was building its identity, and with Queen Elizabeth II firmly on the throne, her image continued to grace Australian coinage. The 50-cent coin of this year holds not only monetary value, but also a story that connects millions of Australians to their history, their currency, and their culture. The 1972 50-cent coin, like its predecessor, features a youthful and dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by the renowned artist Arnold Masson. On the reverse, you'll find a beautifully detailed Australian coat of arms, a proud emblem representing the unity of the nation, states, and territories. This design remained unchanged during this era, but what makes the 1972 version stand out is its subtle, yet important lack of mint mark. Now you might be wondering what makes a missing mint mark so special. In the world of coin collecting, even the smallest variation can add immense value. The 1972 50-cent coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, and like most general circulation coins from that period, it did not carry a mint mark. However, what sets it apart is its age, condition, rarity, and growing collector interest, making it a sleeper hit in the coin world. The number of these coins produced in 1972 was relatively modest compared to more common years. While millions were minted, very few have survived in high-grade condition. Most of these coins were used in daily transactions, collecting scratches, dents, and general wear. The challenge today is finding one in top condition, uncirculated, or even better, professionally graded at a high level. And when you find one like that, it can command serious attention in the collector market. Currently, the 1972 Elizabeth, the second 50-cent coin without a mint mark, can fetch up to $5,000 or more in mint condition. That's right, what once bought you a few snacks in the 70s could now be your key to a few $100s, or even more, especially when submitted for grading and certified by professional agencies. Its value can significantly increase based on the rarity of high-grade examples. But here's the real thrill. It's not just about today's prices. The 1972 50-cent coin has the potential to become even more valuable in the future with each passing year. The number of well-preserved examples continues to drop. Coins naturally deteriorate, get lost, or are damaged. This means the supply of collectible, quality 1972 coins will only get smaller. And as any savvy investor knows, limited supply combined with rising demand is the perfect formula for value. Appreciation. What makes this coin so promising is its place in Australian coinage. History, it represents an era of economic evolution and cultural pride. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of Australia's story. Every collector wants to own a part of that history, and the 1972 50-cent piece is a perfect candidate. Collectors from around the world have already begun turning their eyes toward these coins. As more people learn about their importance and scarcity, in pristine condition, competition grows. This pushes prices higher and makes every remaining example more desirable. So if you have one in your collection or come across one in the wild, hold on to it tight. Its journey has just begun. Let's not forget the emotional and nostalgic value this coin holds. For Australians, for many, it represents memories of the early 70s, a time of music change and growth. Having a piece of that era in your hands feels like holding a slice of time itself. And collectors are willing to pay for that feeling, for that connection to the past. Imagine finding this coin in a forgotten tin of old change. You take it to a local coin dealer or submit it for grading, and it comes back with a high rating. Suddenly you've turned what once looked like spare change into hundreds of dollars, maybe even more. That's the magic of numismatics, the hidden power of everyday objects, and we're just scratching the surface. As interest in vintage and historic coins grows in Australia and abroad, the 1972 no-mint mark 50-cent coin is poised for a future rise. Some experts believe that in the next decade, top-grade examples could exceed $10,000, especially as more collectors seek to complete high-grade sets of Australian coinage from each year, so don't underestimate this coin. Whether you're a long-time collector or a curious beginner, the 1972 50-cent coin, without a mint mark, deserves your attention. It's more than metal, it's a symbol of the country's identity, legacy, and potential wealth in the palm of your hand. There's no better. Time to start looking. Check your collections, talk to your family, and search through those old coin jars. You might just find one of the most promising coins of Australia's decimal era, hiding in plain sight. And if you do find one, don't rush to self-study its condition. Get it appraised and consider its long-term value. With the right care and timing, your 1972 50-cent coin could become a prized asset, both emotionally and financially. So to all our viewers, stay curious, stay motivated, and keep hunting. Your next discovery could be just a pocket away. Remember, every coin tells a story. And the story of the 1972 50-cent coin is only just beginning. Next up, the 1973 Australian 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth, the second and no mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast, casual collector, or even someone who just loves finding treasure in unexpected places, this video is for you. The 1973 50-cent coin might look like your everyday change, but what lies beneath is a story that could change how you view coins. Forever introduced in a time of national transition, this coin captures a unique moment in Australia's decimal currency timeline. Though it was produced for everyday use, it has since gained attention as a piece of numismatic history. With increasing interest from collectors across the world, let's travel back to the early 1970s. Decimal currency had been introduced just a few years earlier, and Australians were still adjusting to the new system. The 50-cent coin was among the largest denominations in circulation, making it not only valuable in commerce, but also a substantial piece in every wallet. In 1973, the Royal Australian Mint continued production. With a design that had become instantly recognizable, Queen Elizabeth II on one side, and the Australian coat of arms on the other, Arnold Mecken's iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse of this coin reflects elegance and dignity. The reverse showcases a detailed Australian coat of arms, a proud representation of national identity that includes a kangaroo and emu, animals that symbolize Australia's forward movement. What stands out about this 1973 edition, though, is the absence of mint mark. You may ask, why does that matter? In the world of coin collecting, details are everything. While mint marks typically indicate where a coin was produced, the absence of one adds a layer of intrigue. It creates a standard issue. Yet over time, the scarcity of high-quality examples turns even standard coins into highly desirable collector's items. The 1973 50-cent coin was minted in relatively smaller numbers compared to other years, and fewer pristine specimens exist today. Most of these coins were used heavily in daily transactions, meaning wear and tear were inevitable. Finding one in uncirculated or near mint condition is becoming more difficult by the year, which only adds to its rarity and its value. Currently, this coin can fetch anywhere from $3,000 to over $6,000 in top condition professionally. Graded, flawless specimens have the potential to push those numbers even higher. With numismatic interest growing in Australia and internationally, this coin is increasingly seen as a strong candidate for long-term investment. And it doesn't stop there. As more collectors begin to focus on completing full sets of decimal era coins, and high-grade demand for this coin is only going to rise. How many people want to buy it? More than you'd think. Auction houses regularly see bidding wars over clean examples of the 1973 50-cent coin online. Collector forums are filled with posts seeking trades or purchases. New collectors are constantly entering the hobby, and seasoned investors are watching coins like this one for future gains. The audience is growing, and so is the market. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins, you might already be sitting on a small treasure, and if you find one in your change, don't overlook it. That simple piece of silver tone metal might be more than just a coin. It might be a slice of Australia's legacy with financial rewards. The 1973 edition was never intended to be rare. It was made to serve as part of everyday currency, but that's what makes its survival in high conditions so special. It's a reminder that the most valuable things are often found in the most ordinary places. Time and circulation have done their job of removing many examples from top-tier condition, making each well-preserved coin a gem in the eyes of collectors. There's a growing trend among younger collectors to explore their country's modern coinage. And the 1973 50-cent coin is often among the most talked about. It offers both historical weight and collectible potential without requiring a massive initial investment, which makes it especially appealing to new entrants in the hobby. What truly gives this coin value isn't just the metal it's made of, but the story it tells, a story of a young queen, a rising nation, and a currency in its youth. Every time someone adds this coin to their collection, they're holding a piece of 1973, a moment frozen in time, crafted in metal and passed from hand to hand through the years. The beauty of this coin lies in its quiet significance. It wasn't commemorative, it wasn't a limited release, and yet its value has grown year after year. That's the power of history, scarcity, and curiosity combined. It's the kind of coin that reminds you why people fall in love with collecting in the first place. As more people learn about the significance of decimal era coins, the 1973 no mint mark 50-cent coin is climbing the ranks of must-haves. Its value today is impressive, but its potential for tomorrow is what makes it a true treasure. With each passing year, the number of top-condition coins shrinks, while interest continues to rise. That's a powerful formula for future growth. Imagine the satisfaction of knowing that you recognize this coin's value before the rest of the world caught on, whether you're holding on to it for historical appreciation, investment, or both. This coin gives you every reason to be proud. It's a sleeper hit in Australian numismatics, and the time to act is now. So keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and your coin jars checked. This 1973 50-cent coin could be waiting for you hidden in plain sight. And once you find it, you'll understand why collectors everywhere are seeking this small yet powerful piece of Australia's story. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Your treasure hunt continues here. And who knows, your next discovery might be worth far more than you think. Until next time, happy collecting.